Hey everyone, welcome to Sims Orphanage Challenge. I just want to briefly explain what happened in the last episode because some of you guys might not have been able to see it because I did post it on Facebook. However, I accidentally deleted it before I could post it fully on YouTube. So, I wanted to briefly explain what happened. In the last episode, we were pretty much mainly working on Victor here and his aspirations. And then also we had the teens down here or some of the teens down here going out for like their day out of the orphanage, and they went and had like an off like camping kind of type of day. And then after that, then they came home to realize that something had happened to um one of their own, one of the orphans, and it was because Thana, which is here, she locked him in the attic, which is way up here, and she's the only one that had possibilities of getting in here. And he ended up dying from starving because she wasn't feeding him and all that. And the real reason why she locked him in there is because he went into this room here, which is locked, has her husband's body in it, and now actually has his body in it as well. But she is definitely in for a rude awakening, especially with Carmen here, who is a ghost herself, but she's stuck in limbo, so she can't like leave and go fully into the afterlife. She kind of has to just deal with it as a ghost. So that's why she can't leave, and that's why the little one did not become a ghost. She was able to have him transported over, but she cannot bring him back. But that's definitely going to cause a little bit of tension between her and Thana. And I think now she's going to go ahead and confront Thana about the situation. But then also later in this episode, Victor has actually officially completed his aspiration now. See, he has completed it. Because I was doing a little bit of work off camera as well. Then he will potentially be getting his new adoption family today. Once they get up in the morning, because it is Friday, so um, he will probably have the day off of school, and so Thana is going to take him to go ahead and uh, get him to meet a potential family for him. In order for him to be adopted by them, he must befriend at least one of the family members. And it can't be the children, it has to be one of the adults. But I think she's going to go ahead and confront Thana now. She's going to insult her or whatever. And say, like, literally, you just killed a child because of your neglect. You say you care about us, but obviously you don't. She said about, do you know what it's like to have to deal with something like that? To have to live like a ghost constantly and have nothing to do with yourself? You can't leave, you can't go nowhere. You're just stuck there, and you want to go ahead and play with death? And she's like, well, he's seen something that he can't unsee, and he had to be punished for it. She said, it doesn't mean you kill him. She said, but I should be going to the authorities about what you did. And what are you going to do? I mean, kill me? I'm already dead. So, I think that Thana has a little bit of a like style about her. So I don't know what she's planning on doing, but I think that she's definitely going to have some issues with um, Carmen now that she pretty much got told off for what she did, which I mean, in a way, she deserves because of taking it out on a kid or whatever. So Victor has the day off of school now. That's what I got him up for. Um, and it's a little bit too early to head out now because people are probably still sleeping. It's about like 4 a.m. So we're just going to chill out here a little bit. And once it gets a little bit later, we will officially go out for the day. So I'll be back in a bit. So, um, Victor came downstairs. I wanted to share this though. And he said to everyone that he will be leaving today. He'll be potentially getting adopted. And so he's going to go ahead and say his goodbyes or whatever to people because they'll be at school. So, um, Greta's going to give him, are going to say goodbye first, I think. So she's saying goodbye to him. Wade is going to come and say goodbye now. He's going to come say goodbye now. And the twins are as well. So everybody's kind of coming down to say their goodbyes to Victor, who will be getting adopted today. And kind of just chit-chatting with him. And they're like, just because you're being adopted, though, that doesn't mean you be a stranger. You're always welcome to come and say hello to us or whatever. And you're always welcome with us. You will always be our family. And that's what matters. And I think Thana's like, it's time to go now. Okay, so we're here at the house that potential people are willing to adopt Victor at. I was kind of thinking this house would be really good for him also because of the fact that they have a dog, obviously, which is really cute. But I kind of think that, like, because Victor's a little bit artsy, he doesn't really care what many people think about him. So, I was kind of thinking, like, maybe a same-sex couple would be really nice for him. I gotta find, where they are, though. They have to be here somewhere, or one of them has to be here. Okay, so this one here is the first gentleman I see is Brant. So, I'm gonna have Thana give him a, introduction to him first, and then Victor's gonna come up as well and say hello. I don't see his husband anywhere. Maybe he's at work. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But we do know that this Brant guy is a good, loves outdoors, and an art lover. So I think him and Victor would get along really well because of Victor liking art as well. So Victor's going to go ahead and introduce himself as well. And Thana's like, I will be here hanging around. Um, but I want you guys to chit chat and get to know each other a little bit. And we will see. I'll be back to check on you guys in a little bit. Um, and maybe. So, Brant knows that she's hanging around, but these two are just getting to know each other really well. Um, and him and Victor really seem to be getting along pretty well right now. I'm still waiting for Brant's husband to show up. I believe it's his husband. Let me just check on that. I believe it is, because I think this is a same-sex couple. But anyways, so... So, he's been thinking, like, he kept one of his drawings, and I kept it for him, and he was going to give it to a potential person that he felt, would be a good parent for him. So he's going to go ahead and give him the present of the art and see what he has to say. See if he likes it. He seems a little bit upset about that. Maybe he didn't, like, maybe they just don't have, like, the same views on art. I mean, that's okay, but that, I mean, that does kind of give me a little bit of a setback. I gotta say so myself. He's using the restroom right now. So I think we're gonna leave him a B for a minute. I'm hoping that his husband comes back home soon. Because it would be nice for you guys to see him as well. But I don't see him anywhere. He's trying to, like, get himself calmed down a little bit. Because he's a little bit upset. Maybe he's just upset because, not just because the guy kind of, like, didn't like his... He kind of felt like the guy didn't like his, gift, but I don't think it's that. I think it was more so like the guy's a little bit like nervous. I think that's what it is, and he doesn't want to mess things up. But then again, he also has to realize he's dealing with a child, so a lot of stuff's gonna come up. So they're just talking on a different variety of things. Meanwhile, Thana has decided that she's just gonna take a sleep, I guess. Which is definitely not the best thing for a orphanage owner to be doing while there's an adoption going on. But I think that Victor's really trying. Like, he's really trying to get to know who Brant is. Because this guy could potentially be a... Oh, his husband is home. So we'll definitely introduce ourselves to him as well. I don't know why it's being so, like, glitchy here. But, so we'll definitely introduce ourselves to him then. But for now, I think he's chit-chatting with Brant, and then we'll introduce ourselves to him then. But it looks as if him and Brant actually have a pretty good relationship. Right now, I mean, they're still acquaintances, but they're not, like, not getting along. So we should definitely introduce ourselves to him as well. So he's saying hello to his husband as well, which is Brent. So we have Brant and Brent. That's interesting. He's also made some dinner for us, so maybe that's a good thing. Um, as well. So that's definitely a good sign. He gets bonus points for that, because you can obviously tell that he's making an effort as well, is Brant. So I'll be back in just a couple minutes. So it has been done. He has made friends with this Brant fella here. So I think the adoption is finalized. I think Thana is going to go ahead and come in and tell them that she's seen that this seems like a suitable placement for Victor. He seems to have a really good liking to this Brant fellow. And so she is going to go ahead and come in and let him know what she feels. And then we're going to go ahead and end this one out, guys. And it looks as if we had an and once, because the adoption is going to happen. So in this episode, we had Carmen, who confronted Thana about what happened with the one child orphan or whatever, and then we also had Victor becoming adopted, and it looks as if it's going to be finalized now. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys all next week for another episode of Sam's Orphanage Challenge. Bye.